Mic audio is on. Audio is not on. Huh, okay, wait, that doesn't make sense. Give me a moment. Let me see what the fuck is going on. Because the mic audio should be working, yet it's not. Okay. So if it's not working on this, is it working on this? Now I don't know because those are 2B audio device. Uh, the mic is working. I don't know it's working for you guys. What about speakers? No, speaker's not working. Speaker's not working at all. So this one. This one works perfectly. So the mic audio is working. No, not mic audio. Audio. Anyways, hello ladies and gentlemen and non-binary pairs to Higurashi When They Cry. We have played this game 2 weeks ago. Yesterday I was in Ljubljana, which is our main capital city. And yeah, had a fun time. Now I don't know. I think it's this. Are you saying that Brad Satoko is actually really meek? If you went by that, Rena Ridley said, then that would make maybe the case. I could hardly imagine Satoko being meek and gentle like a girl in some fairy tale. Oh. Satoko-chan has been rude lately, but just for a while ago she was pretty different. She acted really spoiled and always, yup. Keep this secret from Satoko-chan, okay? That Satoko acting so cute. For Satoko to play coy, I think it would have to be some part of calculated plot. Even if she was to hide behind someone, it wouldn't think it was because she was attached to them. But since it came up, I tried to imagine a gentle and quotish Satoko. The fuck's happening? Why the music change? Hey, Satoko? What? Oh god, I'm not. Dude, why? What is it, Unisama? Satoko smiled cutely and walked toward me. By the way, for every 3 steps forward Satoko took, I for some reason took 3 steps back. Onisama, why are you running away? Fuck that. No, sorry Satoko, for you to approach me with an affectionate smile on the face. I just have to think it's some sort of trap. That's so mean. Onisama, you're a meanie. Don't. She be playing you. She play. This is a play. This is a play. Wow. Fuck you. I'm so sorry. I didn't intend to be so mean. Run, bitch. This is a ploy. The witty Satoko came closer to me. I'm a sucker for tears. Wait for it. Click. Clack. Huh? A bear trap? My leg was being clamped down by jagged metal teeth. What the fuck? Where did the bear trap come from? Oh ho ho ho, you fell for it. Now for the next part. Satoko raised her right arm, tramped in traps, began to trigger one after another. What the fuck? Suddenly the wall sprang forward, throwing me 3 blocks away. And there I saw it. A giant metal ball covered in spikes hurling toward me. On top of that, in the direction of the ball would knock me into a giant guillotine. What the fuck? I'm not really sure, but Keiichi-kun, you're not thinking of anything completely ridiculous right now, are you? Yeah, he is. Oh my god. Not really. Not at all. That's a lie. You got that kind of look on your face that says, I'm gonna be crushed by a giant spiked metal ball. My god, you know me so well. How could my expression convey what I was thinking like that? Sorry. Imagining a meek and gentle Satoko is impossible right now. I'll try again when I'm in better shape. Next, I looked over Enrika-chan, who was working diligently at some kanji drills. Also, kanji sounds really interesting. I would like to learn how to write kanji. In contrast to Sadako, her default state was meek and gentle. If Rika-chan came to me and said Onisama, I'd hug her tightly. I could get used to that. Keiichi-kun, you're drooling. Dude, she's like 5-10 years younger than you. Stop. Stop. Sorry. Then how about Rika-chan? Are you saying that her appearance is deceiving as well? Deceiving. I need something for my head, but I don't have anything. Great. Saying that out loud, I felt a tinge of doubt. Was Rika-chan really all sweet? Despite her appearance, she really was quite sly, sweetly, how do you put it, evading things deftly. I get the feeling that Rika-chan isn't only just sweet. Her appearance is definitely deceiving. Like a flying mantis. Like a lady mantis trying to eat the male's head. Sorry, but to be frank, even though mantises are beautiful, they're motherfucking terrifying also. Couldn't put exactly what I was imagining into words, but Rena managed to say what I wanted to. Sorry, it's nighttime. Not really, but the sun is going down. Very fast. She turned me into an impish look in her eyes, like she was saying, you should say something like that. When Rika-chan grows up, I'm sure she'll become an incredibly devilish beauty with a man wrapped around her little finger. Don't you think that would be cool? Rena said that lightheartedly, but I was a man. But I, as a man, couldn't laugh at that. The scary part about that was that it felt like it could be true. Noticing my gaze, Rika-chan turns towards me and let loose with an angelic smile. Oh, she's the devil in disguise. Both Rena and I, feeling as if that was directed towards us personally, had our hearts skip at a beat. How? She's so cute, so cute. Rena, your nose is bleeding. Oh god, you both are perverts. Appearances can be deceiving, huh? Well then, what about our dear leader, Mion? I stared at her as she tried to weasel her way out of her scolding by the teacher. By Rena's theory, that unrefined, calculated, conniving Mion also had a side on her that belied appearances. Then, what are you saying, that Mion, despite her appearance, is actually a good person? Mion-chan is a good person. Oh well, that is true. But that I'm trying to say is... Yep, I know you're trying to say, Keiichi-kun. Catching on that, I was struggling to express my feelings as words. Rena smiled even more brightly. Know what? Michan-chan is mysterious, right? She's a girl, but it's like she's a guy. That's right. Mion was more than aware that she was a girl, but it was exactly as Rena said. When Mion livened up the mood, it was as though she felt like... My god, I'm reading like a first grader. When Mion livened up the mood, it wasn't as though she felt like a guy or a girl specifically, but a friend of the same gender. If she was a guy, she'd probably be like two peas in a pod. We'd probably be like two peas, although that's the same way it is right now, haha. But you see, even that, Michan is actually really feminine. Rena, how much did Mion pain you exactly? That's not true. Geez, I'm trying to have a serious conversation, you know. You know? Rena began to pout. Now probably wasn't the right time to joke around. Michan is the club president, so she's trying hard to lead everybody. But she's really a very cute girl. I really don't want you to forget that, Keiichi-kun. Rena's gaze focused off into the distance beyond where Mion was. The Mion that I met at Angel Mort was unimaginably different compared to the Mion now that I normally knew. Flustered and hesitant from the unfamiliar job, it was a far cry from the boorish and confident Mion. Even when she had to hurry to work, she went through all the trouble to bring me food when I was on the brink of starvation. And she did so not as Mion, but as Shion. What exactly was Shion to Mion? What kind of person was Mion exactly? Kichikun probably couldn't even begin to imagine. Being to imagine. Hehehe. As if to say our little secret, Rena held her finger up to her lips and she giggled. Mion, finally free from the teacher's preaching, returned to her seat, cradling her head to hide her embarrassment. Aw, Mion, it's cool. Teachers can suck. This old man, you see, thinks that grade school is enough for everybody you need to study for this life. Saying that, she plopped down in her seat violently. Mion was actually really feminine, right? I wonder if I can see Shion again. I wanted to talk to her again. Clang clang. Wait a minute. Wait a moment. Okay, my mic is still good. The teacher rushed back to the blackboard and began to list everybody's homework assignments. Wow, it looks like there's gonna be a lot of homework today. Gotta buckle down. Well then, that means even Rena? How? What do you mean? Appearance can be deceiving. Would that apply to you too? Huh? Keiichi-kun, how do you see me? How? That Rena Yuga that I know sometimes do things too far, but was generally a kind and gentle ideal girl. Really? Then that makes me happy, I guess. It was the opposite of what she seemed that would make her. And if I really the and if I were really the opposite, just try saying it. I won't be mad. Then what? Just that's what I felt she meant. Rena is. Even if you were the opposite, you'd still be Rena, right? The question shouldn't have been so nerve-wracking to answer. Maybe it was because the person in question was staring at me, but even as she took a strange amount of effort. That's no fair, Keiichi-kun. It bothers me when you say it that way. How? I don't like that it without the music. I don't like that it without the music. I'm very afraid of how this is conveyed. Receptive to endure my silence, Rena's face began to burn red with embarrassment. Oh, thank God. Thank you, Mion. Rena, Keiichi-kan, let's go home. Kei-chan, not Keiichi-kan. What the fuck is wrong with my tongue? Mion walked over and started getting ready to go home. Whenever school is over, she really does get noticeably more energetic. It was the same relaxing walk home as always. Dragging around my pocket on a whim, I noticed something that should have been there was missing. What's the matter, Kei-chan? The key to my house I always carry around is gone. Man, where did I lose it? It's fine today since my parents are home, but still, this is bad. That sure is troublesome. Did you forget it somewhere? You took it, didn't you, Rena? You motherfucker, you took it, didn't you? Or did you drop it? No, you motherfucker, you... The fucking blush says it all. Which one was it? Did I take it with me this morning in the first place? Keiichi-kan, did the key have anything that would make it stand out? Yeah, it's on a keychain. It was blue for seal, something I made for someone homework a long time ago. Does it have its eyeshadows like it's taking a nap? Oh, how did you know? Yeah, that's it. Mion looked away and began to whistle. See, you went for dinner at Angel Mort a couple of days ago, right? That night, the staff found the key, and there was a fur seal keychain attached to it. And she said that she suddenly grew flustered and added that Shion had told her about it. Huh? So I dropped it then? But aren't you glad they found it? I'm sure they're looking after it for you. That's right. Why don't you go? Shion looks like the same as me, so you'll know her by sight. This was a rather unexpected development. I'm still Confucius. I don't know if you're like the same or if you have really a twin. Once again, I had no choice but to go and meet with Shion. But I also had to thank her for the bento for yesterday. Besides, taking some time and chatting with this one other side of me might be interesting. Half joking, I began to think about things like this. Right. Angel Mort was it. I heard over to Shion's restaurant and get my key back. While I'm at it, having a nice spot at tea might be a good idea. Ha ha ha, you should like an English, you sound like an English gentleman. That totally doesn't suit you, Kei-chan. Is it the restaurant, the one that Mi-chan little sister is working at? Yeah, why don't we go together, Rena? Sorry to disappoint you, but I have plans with my father today. Some other time. Rena seemed pretty disappointed about having to miss out such a great opportunity. You said they're twins, but do they really look like that much alike? Enough to mistake which is which. Yeah, they're totally the same, at least on the outside. Unlike Mion, she's well-mannered and really cute though. Oh god, I just insulted. I just insulted Mion. In response to my scene, pouted and began to argue with me. I couldn't help but burst out laughing at Mio's little farce. After all, they weren't just identical, they were the same person. After going home, I changed my clothes and dug my bag out of the garage. Just thinking that I would be able to meet Shion again gave me a mysterious feeling. Shion, a name from a different kind of Mion. She was a mysterious and ridiculous person, believing she had fooled everyone like that. Oh man. I noticed that I was paddling along quite happily. Could it be that I was looking forward to meeting Shion? I felt a sense of but brain just won't work. I felt a sense of giddy anticipation, like I was headed toward a new friend house for the first time. What Rena said about Mion actually began really feminine sprang to my mind once again. The guilt from spying on other side of Mion, the self-conscious from the beginning, the only one that knew about that side. Those feelings mixed together. That was Shion for you. Mion's little twin sister. Until she felt like coming out and admitting she was Mion, it was fine to just call her Shion, right? Mion might be trying to have some fun by acting out a different persona. This is gonna come back and bite me in the ass. Oh man, this is gonna come bite me in the ass, isn't it? Oh fuck. Oh no. As I reached the top of the step hill, the horizon expanded before me. I was almost at the station. Last time I was embarrassed since I was here with Dad, but this time I was alone. I was strangely self-conscious about it. Meet Shion, get my key back. That was all the task was supposed to be. That was all this task was supposed to be. If I dawdled around like this, maybe Shion would find me before she headed in for work. Hey, what are you thinking, Keiichi Maribara? You're just here to get your key back, you know. It's not like you're some love-struck schoolboy here to hand over a love letter. Ah, the thought inside my head was slowly turning into the thoughts. What the fuck did I say? The thoughts inside my head were slowly turning into a jumbled mess. I came to the realization I was downright giddy. That's right, just for a bit. Just a tiny little bit. I got a little carried away and did something really stupid. Keiichi, what did you do? I kicked over a parked motorcycle that was blocking the sidewalk. In a way, sure, but there was absolutely no need for me to kick it. I definitely think I got too carried away. Tuck clack. Crash. As the three bikes toppled one after the other like dominoes, the loud noise they caused snapped me back to my senses. Oh shit. The hell you think you're doing? Why is there no music anymore? What the fuck? What's with what? Why is there no music? Wait, quick save. Menu. Configurations. Did the music stop? No, the music's cool. Apparently it's silent now. Okay, fine. The owners of those 3 bikes were right there. They looked exactly like you would call it. Dogs up to no good. They lifted their they lifted their heads up in an imposing manner and yelled angrily in a way I have never heard before. The 3 of them beelined towards me, the worn down heels of their tin sole shoes slapping noisily against the pavement. I could only stare listlessly as if they were watching some far off event that didn't concern me. By the time I realized it, I had been grabbed by the collar and lifted onto my tiptoes. What the fuck? Oh god, I'm getting my ass bit. Don't be playing dumb. You knocked over, did ya? Huh? The 3 tags was ignoring the rules of grammar. By the way they spoke was enough to make me tremble. Just like that, my composure drained away, my legs buckled, and my throat grew dry enough to crack. I'm sorry, I accidentally my ass. You kicking it, didn't you, dumbass? I was completely at fault, so there was nothing I could say in my defense. As a result, I pulled even higher. The hell, man? The paint is all scuffed. Ya brat. What you put up this, eh? Who put you up to this? This is your goddamn fault. The 3 of them continued to laugh at me. I had no idea what each of them were saying. Getting further enraged that I was only listening while downstairs getting grabbed an empty plastic crate for the nearby store and began to smash it repeatedly against the... Oh god. Oh, cracks formed on the crate. Plastic shards flying everywhere. They then slammed it full force into the shattered storefront. Smash! The shutter let out a frightening loud noise. Still not satisfied, they flipped over a case of empty cans, scattering its contents all over the place. What the fuck, dude? This was not normal. It was something you saw often on television or in a manga, but I never thought seeing it in person would be this terrifying. I became painfully aware that they were set the safety of the blah, blah, blah. I became painfully aware that the safety of the civilized society was only held up by such a frail concept as morals. My knees clattered together noisily. Sadly began to pepper my vision. This is what you call absolute terror. Oh god. Where's the police? There was nothing I could do to stop this frightening spectacle of violence. I could only pray for help. The fear I felt was just too much. Would somebody help me? My gaze floundered around the surrounding area. I was surrounded by these 3 hoodlums. No way would there be a passerby brave enough to intervene. Maybe this was what you call reaping what you sow. If I was a passerby, there would be no doubt that I'd ignore what was going on. So this was something of a cosmic retrobration. Now, retrobration. Fatherfucker. Retrobation. Oh, fuck off. I can't even say it. Fucking say something. I'll fucking stab you. Angry yelling loud enough to rattle my ears and sprung forth in front of my face. My waning consciousness was forcibly dragged back to the forefront. The dog had cocked its free hand and twisted its body when suddenly a metallic taste filtered through the back of my throat. A chill ran down my spine like a jolt of electricity. Oh god, he's gonna get a knife. Seeing what was going to happen next, I squeezed my eyes as tightly as possible and grit my teeth. Oh, I'm gonna get stabbed. You're making quite a racket, you stupid pieces of trash. Get out of my sight. That voice was a short distance away. Still holding me by the collar, the 3 dogs spun around to look behind them. The fuck you say? Oh, Shion! Yay! The fuck you say? Standing there was Shion. I mean Mion. She stood there displaying an imposing stature that I'd never seen before. She didn't have the same look on her face when she did when we were playing around during the club. Those were the eyes that would instill fear in anyone who looked upon them, the eyes of a raptor. They were the same epitome of terror. At the same time, they were the most reassuring thing in the world. I'm only saying it one more time. Let go of Kei-chan and get lost. Mion, without an ounce of fear, laid down her ultimatum. Of course, there was no way those three wouldn't go absolutely berserk. The situation turned explosively dangerous. You fucking bitch! I fucking bash your hand in. Stop it, Mion. These guys are like rabid dogs. No amount of bluffing will work. Mion, it's dangerous. I knew I was saying was pathetic, but I couldn't let Mion get involved in it. No matter how much you looked at it, Mion was only bluffing. But did Mion even know the meaning of the word bluff? However, the reason behind everything soon became apparent. They were slowly increasing in number, little by little. At first it was only businessmen on their way home stopping to take a look. Then it was housewives in the middle of the shorkin taking a gander. Next, what seemed to be the owner of some store showed up, and it was pretty clear he wasn't just looking. Around me, there were already about 7 people gathered. It felt different than people coming out to support a friend. If I had to say, it was because the group that gathered was diverse in age and gender. The three thugs seemingly slowly realized that there was something strange about this situation. What the hell are these guys? Behind them, at some point, 4 more people of different clothes and ages had gathered. A girl who looked to be in middle school, a man wearing a bakery apron, an old lady in a house cleaning smock. More and more people of various ages, their gazes comparatively to Mion's were of hostility, of intimidation. Before I realized it, over 10 people had formed a ring around us, and that moment 5 elementary schoolers ran and joined the circle. There were some familiar faces, some of our classmates. Then those people were residents of Hinamizawa? More and more people from Hinamizawa gathered around. In obvious contrast, the residents of Kinomiya were passing by as quickly as possible. The fuck you got the fuck away! The group surrounding us had suddenly swelled to around 20 people. Completely encircling the faces of thugs began to show the first signs of panic. Nobody spoke a word, Mion included. That made everything completely unnatural, and depending on which side you were on, completely terrifying. Yeah, imagine being just in the middle of this circle. You're fucked. Like 20 people, and it's all Hinami Uzawa? The fucking cult people? Fuck you. I'm not messing with that. Only the thugs' voices acted like they were screaming. Somebody took a step forward, closing the gap between them. As they did, everybody took a step forward, shrinking the circle. The hoodlums went pale as they were pushed together, back to while still yelling angrily. They were trying to string together vulgarities, but for some reason it sounded like they were crying out for help. Alright. What's going on here? What's going on? It was sudden. A solidly built officer cut his way through the crowd. At some point, 2 police cars had arrived. Some passerbys were undoubtedly called for them. Several blurry officers appeared from inside the second vehicle. Oh, first, good timing. There you go. The extortionist caught red-handed. Please arrest them. The fuck? This brat's the one that got wrong here. Mion returned her usual self with nonchalant pointing out the hoodlums to the police. Of course, the thugs were furious, but now that it had come to this, there was nothing they could do. It was their loss. Okay. Come over here for a sec. Come on already. The officers handcuffed the thugs and dragged them towards the patrol car. The fuck, let me go. We were the victims here. You listen, damn it. Yeah, you're the victims. You just fucking destroyed either public property or private property, which is oh my god, both are bad. Gage just accidentally kicked one motorcycle, and then it had a domino effect. That no matter how much of a ruckus they caused, the officer paid no attention or no heed. In a blink of the eye, they were crammed inside two vehicles. They could still be heard yelling while inside the police car, but what they were saying was no longer intelligible. Are you alright? Hey, you're the guy! What's the fucking name? Are you injured? He was probably a detective. The man leading the police peered at my face. No, not really. I just fuck. No, Well, that's a bit of a silver lining then. Well then, have a good year. What the fuck, my dude? Hey, how about the checkup? I don't know. The portly man, after taking a quick look around, addressed the crowd. Thank you, citizens, for your timely report. Thanks to you, we were able to keep the peace today. It's a wonderful thing. No fu. Thank you for your hard work, Detective Oishi. As the citizen, I thank you for your daily efforts. It's an honor for a detective from the 1st Division to come out all this way. The way Shion talked didn't have a very pleasant tone. Oh shit. It was a coincidence. I happened to hear the call over the radio on the way back from the prefectural office. I just made a little detour. Please keep up the good work. I pray for success in your future endeavors. No foo. Oh shucks. It's a good thing there were no injuries though. Oishi-san, we're done here. Let's go. Well then, have a good year. I'm so sorry. Could you make way? The detective named Oishi, after jovially making pleasantries, lumbered over to the waiting police car and quick set off, disappearing down the city street. It was over so quickly. So quickly I was dumbstruck. I didn't even get to ask the officer what was going on. It was like they came out here quickly and dispersed the mob before any trouble could start. After making sure the police cars had left, Mion snapped her fingers sharply. Alright, that's a wrap. What the fuck happened? What? No. 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 You don't get to snap and then say, okay, that was so much fun. Thank you. And don't come back. That was the signal. The tension melted away in an instant and I began smiling. The middle-aged man helped me up. Are you okay, young my butter? Next time pick your fights a bit better. It's not like I wanted to fight. Are you hurt anywhere? If you hit your head, it would be a good idea to get an x-ray taken. The older lady I didn't know the name of was concerned by my injury. You were lucky this happened right in front of the station while it was busy, otherwise we wouldn't have been able to gather as many people. Next time, be more careful. City kids these days are pretty unruly. Grumble. I was even warned by the old lady in the smoke. What the fuck is happening? As she unfinished applauding the dispersing crowd for the arts, she strode over to me. Well, you're pretty good, Kei-chan, but I also think you should be more careful about who you pick a fight with. I didn't want to pick a fight. I didn't think just like touching a motorcycle is gonna end up with me fucking almost dying. Thanks, Mion, but I mean, my dad's a motorcyclist, and I can imagine if somebody mess with his ride, nobody's gonna be happy at the end. Thanks, Mion, you saved my bacon there. Like I said, I'm Shion. She made a troubled expression and she turned her gaze toward me, blushing in embarrassment. I heard from my sister that 4-seal keychain was yours, Kei-chan. Oh yeah, that's right. I was just heading to the restaurant. And you ended up feeling so excited you got mixed in something weird? Oh, that was my turn for my face to go red. I didn't want to admit, but she had the spot on. Well, I was just unlucky, but you really saved me, Shion. You don't have to thank me. So if you ever seen somebody else getting bullied, help them out, okay? We value that kind of thing very highly here. I was well versed in the sense of camaraderie. Why? Camaraderie. 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 Comrade. Camaraderie. Comrade. I know what the word means. God damn it. But the way I was rescued just now, something seemed off about that. While I was helped out, I was honest to an almost. I was honest. While I was helped out, it was honestly to almost a disturbing degree. You're coming into the restaurant, right? You must be tired, so why don't you relax for a bit? My treat. Seems she caught the glimmer of suspicion in my eye. Without wanting to answer, Shion began walking. Somebody's ass was about to get kicked, and this lady just came and was like, fuck nah, we're doing this my way. Your ass is gonna get beat. Same fact, man, I was in so many fights as a kid. I would act same, honestly. After cooling off a bit on the inside of the restaurant, little by little, I realized I was still on edge. There were spots here and there on my body that hurt, probably because I had been so stiff with nervousness. Shion, who has changed into her uniform, brought over 2 glasses of iced coffee. Here you go, iced coffee on the house. Just bring this coupon with you to the register and it'll be no charge. Oh, why are you in this outfit? My patheticness really knew no bounds. But since she went through the trouble, I might as well take her up on the offer. Even though it had started as such a lovely day, it had got carried away, and to do that stupid thing, I had completely ruined it. But really, you really saved my hide there. I really come to see you as reliable. Even I was scared, but Kei-chan was in trouble, so I had to be brave and do my best. Honest, good baby, good lady. I wanted to say good baby. Oh my god. My brain is dying. I am working on volume 3 of my manga. And I'm fucking tired, cause then I have like 5 more volumes to go through. And I'm like, I have to finish it till March, so my brain is trying to come out with math. So we're now December, January, February, March. I have 4 months to finish it. Even I was scared, but Kei-chan was in trouble, so I had to be brave and do my best. While I was a little embarrassed at what she had said, Shion made a show of folding her arms boldly. Shion, really thank you. I was thanking Shion, but I really wanted to thank Mion. Mion, really thank you. Now, cheer up a little. If you're feeling indebted, then when you have the chance, you should help somebody in need. Like, for example, if I ever in trouble, please come and save me. Oh yeah, of course. It's a promise. You absolutely have to. Taking advantage of my phone, she seemed happy about my promise. So if I ever in trouble, Kei-chan will come and save me. I hope trouble comes soon. You finally smiled. She said it as she smiled to herself, poking me in the cheek. Aw, I like Shion. Shion's nice. Downtrodden Kei-chan is as good as an imposter. Come on, smile, smile. That tickles. Stop. Sorry, I don't know. Thanks to Shion meddling, I finally cheered up a little. All the muscles in my body have stiffened because in the incident finally began to relax a little. When you're in a better mood, don't you get a little hungry? I'm kind of hungry, so I want to eat some pancakes or something. Do you want some too, Kei-chan? Oh, my voice sounds like it went through 20 cigarettes. Oh, I can hear it. Oh god. I wanted to show... I don't smoke, by the way. I wanted to show a little restraint, but restraint really wasn't my thing. That's why I replied without any. They're good, right? I'm pretty picky when it comes to pancakes. Ah, don't worry. Our pancakes have a pretty good reputation. Shion orders some pancakes from a nearby waitress. An employee ordering from another employee seems kind of weird. Hey, speaking of that, wasn't Shion in the middle of a shift? She's just been slacking off while talking to me. I told my uncle that you saved me when I was surrounded by hoodlums, so he rewarded you. Okay, no, can I close? No. Close? Okay. So I have to the manager permission. That's exactly the opposite what happened. Is that alright? It's perfectly fine. By the time the pancakes arrive, we have entered into a relaxed conversation. As the two of us ate pancakes, we livened the mood with some chit-chat about what was on TV, celebrities, that kind of thing. Hobbies, food, really nothing more than idle chit-chat. Taken together like this, I once again became conscious of Shion being a girl. Hey now, that's funny Takechi Maibara. Shion and Mion are the same person. I don't believe that. If there was anything different between them, it was only whether or not Mion attended she was Mion. But given that how come our conversation one is this different brain work together with mouth, please. Brain. I know we're having trouble lately, but god damn it. Kei-chan, you don't think of my sister as a girl, do you? That's not true. If she was a guy, I'd punch the living daylights out of her. I think the reason you guys get along so well is because you have that kind of platonic relationship. That's a pretty rare and invaluable thing to have, don't you think? I don't get what you're saying, but it really would be a waste to treat her like a girl. Hey, Kei-chan, that's sexist. I don't like that. Hearing the word sexist was the cause of her introspection. What was I prejudiced against Mion and Shion for? Mion was Mion. She was the best friend of a guy could have. No reservation and a head of shoulders above me when it came to club activities. If I had met her 5 years earlier, my life would have probably been a lot more fun. Of this I had no doubt. Then what about Shion? She was Mion's little sister. It hadn't even been 3 days since we met. Her relationship was much more distant, as the only thread we had in common was that I knew her sister. And for Shion, it was the same. I was somebody she met 3 days ago only because I was friends of her sister. The difference between me and Shion: friendliness, familiarity. Playing around with those unclear thoughts for a while, I had stopped listening to Shion. Hypothetically, okay? Are you listening? Ah, sorry. Yeah, I'm listening. This is just a hypothetical question, okay? Both me and my sister are in trouble, okay? We're dangling off the side of a cliff. Which one of us do you save? Oh, fuck. You can only save one. Why? She wasn't saying it to tease me, but had a playful tone behind her voice. That's not a nice question. I want to save you both, but I can't do that, right? Right. You can only save either Shion or Mion. Who do you save? Okay, if she was Mion, I don't think she'd be in that situation in the first place. It's something she could easily get herself out of. But what about the normal frail Shion? I guess I have no choice. It's not my sister, right? If Mion and she were different people, I suppose it would come to that. It couldn't confirm nor deny it. She should have been smiling, but her gaze was locked firmly to mine. In other words, that's it, isn't it? My sister is... Sorry, I messed up what I was trying to say. She was trying to talk in a light-hearted manner, but it felt that there was something more behind her words. Was Mion trying to tell me something through Shion? Not being able to put a finger on exactly what it was vexing. Shion, to hide her embarrassment, turned to the conversation around. More importantly, just now, were you surprised? When everybody kept showing up. Of course I was. If it were Rena or Satoko, that would have been one thing. But for all those people, young and old together, they were all from Hinamizawa, right? Yeah, that's right. Everybody in Hinamizawa is pretty close-knit. And an enemy of one of the enemy of all. An enemy of one is an enemy of all. Nobody's going to look on from the sidelines. They're a pretty reliable group of residents. If somebody is being picked on, then everybody unites to get rid of that bully. Oh god. I'm gonna get killed by the villagers now. Fuck. It kinda sounds like the Mafia or the Yakuza's brand of unity. You shouldn't say something like that. It's something you should be thankful for. You were saved by that unity, weren't you? Never forget to show your appreciations. I half-heartedly agreed. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. The cult is back. I knew full well I should be appreciative. Everybody's really East here, aren't they? Maybe it's because of tradition. Hinamizawa has been in danger of becoming a ghost town on several occasions. There has been a history of villagers uniting together each time to fight for continued existence. For example, Kei-chan, did you know about Hinamizawa's dam project? Hinamizawa's dam project? Oh fuck, am I going to get fucked over? Let's see, I feel like I've heard somebody talk about this before. About 10 years ago, there was a sudden proposal to build a dam there, which would have submerged Hinamizawa underwater. Oh, that story! I think I heard it from my dad talk about that. But I'm pretty sure that plan was cancelled, right? We made them cancel it. Everybody banded together. So that was a well-earned victory. That sounded pretty much like the story I heard. The protest intensified to the point where it was featured in newspapers and magazines. As a result, the plan was suspended. I'm gonna read for 1 hour, cause then I can't do it. I wrote long stream. This is not a long stream. This is a short stream. Oh god. The whole story of the dam apparently started before I was born. At first, the proposal was only for exploratory purposes, or a small dam to control erosion. But then the cat was let out of the bag. If it were complete, it would have been the biggest dam in Japan. Not just in Mizawa, but several villages upstream would have been submerged as well. The protests immediately began. Petitions to cancel or relocate the project were defragged and submerged to the diet. They even went so far as to go to the Ministry of Construction in Tokyo and had over a direct appeal to the minister. The previous landowner sued the government, stating there were inconsistencies in the purchase agreement and the transaction should be nullified. Owners of yet unacquired land split their properties, increasing the number of landowners in order to stifle the project. It was a very precious land when the land acquisition was still about money. Eventually, they started relying on eminent domain in order to seize land. It started at that point. The riot police began to get violent. Riot police? You mean the police? Why would they act violent? Good question. They punched. They kicked. There was a time I was hit. You were hit? Right around here, I think. My skin split open, a whole lot of blood spilled out. Saying that Shion indicated her temple by poking at it. What happened to the police? Filing a complaint against the riot police for police brutality would seem kind of strange for some reason. Naturally, they wouldn't pay heed to something like that. You wouldn't be able to establish proof on who exactly hit you, and they could justify their action by saying you were interfering with police duties. My nana went off like a firework. After that, it was amazing. Like a full-scale war. We weren't just going to sit by and idly fight complaints. We went on to the offensive. First, in order to call attention to the government, they filed a temporary injunction in court. That, in order to gain public support, they called in prominent scientists to state that Himizawa was a valuable nature preserve. They pressured the prefectural and municipal assemblies. Since the prefectural governor ignored the constituents when he approved the project, and he demanded his resignation. They completely and thoroughly denounced him. Naturally, in Hinamizawa, a ferocious conflict, worry of being called a dam war began. In order to suppress the police brutality, they coordinated with the network channels and exposed the violence of the riots squad members to the public. On top of that, they put together a special expose themed around the government repressing the citizens and aired it nationally. That's what I call working together, god damn! It worked wonders. Following that, the SWAT teams had their heads cuffed. Day after day, the petitions and demonstrations continued. Propaganda was used to help garner support. I would imagine so. The circle of support gradually expanded outwards from Hinamizawa. Either that bore the fruit of the government finally deciding against it. It was announced that the dam project was indefinitely suspended just a few years ago. We did everything we could. The entire village banded together and fought. At that time, we were desperate, but now it's over actually became a pretty good memory. The village's feeling of solidarity and unity still haven't faded. Shion said that as she focused off in the distance. I felt that those eyes were filled with anguish, but rather a sense of pride. That kind of solidarity is pretty nice. Suddenly the music's back. Oh, fuck off. You don't see it too often. Bringing the generational gap and unifying the region. I think so too. The dam project was a trial. I think that just the fact that we were able to overcome it is huge. The fear I was feeling until just now gradually began to fade. When people began to show up one after another while I was engaged with those thugs, I thought it was frightening. But now I felt from the bottom of my heart that I had been rude. The villagers prepared to defend their homeland to their deaths. The sense of solidarity that fostered. It might seem important to say this, but I was a little jealous. If I had been in Himizawa when the protest against the dam was going on, I might have been able to share it in that sense of solidarity. Kei-chan, you weren't here at the time, so I don't think you can fully feel the solidarity of the village. But everybody shares it, throughoutly. Even with somebody who just moved here like you, Kei-chan. She could have been more right. So many people got together to help me out when I just moved here. Even though they were strangers whose names I didn't even know. A hot feeling began welling up inside me. When I lived in the city, I didn't know my own neighbors. I thought that was natural. But here, there was an absurd and a pathetic thing. Even though I thought of them as strangers, all the other villagers viewed me as a comrade. Happiness and warmth. I was actually aware of those feelings, as they were gradually welled up inside of me. Sonozaki-san, the manager wants you to work the floor. A more senior waitress waved her hand and called out to Shion. It seemed like it was time for work. Okay, I'm coming. Sorry. Looks like I have to go back to work now. It's fine. Thanks for hanging out with me. It was fun. Oh, are you going home? Yeah, my mom gets fussy when I'm not home by dinner time. It seems that Shion wanted to say something, but she swallowed her words. Look, she hadn't talked enough. That kind of feeling. Looking at the expression, I regretted saying something like that had disappointed me on like that. I was about to say I could stay for a little bit longer, when Shion got up from her seat. Here, if you use the coupon, it should cover the pancakes as well. Saying that, she sold me a coupon booklet as she tore it out few sheets and handed it to me. Oh. Convenient, isn't it? It's a perk I got from top of my salary. It's okay. I can pay for the pancakes myself. Hey. Being so reserved doesn't fit you, Kei-chan. If it were my sister, you would have gladly let me pay for it. She said it. She laughed, gently stopping me from opening my wallet. Being told that was such an encouraging smile really resounded in me. Sonozaki-san, sorry, could you take care of the register? Ah yes, right away. Later today was fun. Saying that, Shion smiled one more time at me. Oh, Mion, thanks for a lot today. I owe you one. Shion! If you really think that, then return the favor. I'm looking forward to it. After I said I realized musicality Mion. I didn't know if she realized it or not. More? Yeah, more. Okay. I'm gonna finish up this chapter. What the fuck happened? Lazing around and watching television after dinner was part of my daily routine. Might seem like a waste of first glance, but you could say it was an important time when I was able to acquire knowledge of everything from politics to economics to various trivia. After dinner was valuable time well spent while the brain was at the most supplied with nutrients. You idiot! It's obvious the Tokyo Tower is taller! Ah! Today I tasted my own knowledge of trivia by watching my weekly quiz show. Sitting in front of the television, I was able to get a lot of answers right. But if we were actually up to the stage, I probably failed miserably. Phone! Keiichi, phone call from Sonizaki-san. Okay, Sonizaki? That's Mion. It was a little late for her to be calling. I had a bad feeling about this. I had a hunch it was something to do with club activities. She was probably going to inform me that we were doing tomorrow. This was Mion we were talking about. She would even go as far to say we're doing club activities right now, so hurry up and come over. By the way, it was 8 p.m. Hello? No way, we're having a club battle right now. Huh? That's not it. I mean, it was Mion, but the very un-Mion-like way talking. Could it be... Sorry? Could it be you? It'd be you, not Bashion? That's right. I like that the different what's it called, music for Shion and Mion. Good evening. I'm sorry for calling so late. For Mion, this would have been a ill-fitting, polite way of talking, but since it was Shion, it was natural. Even though they were both the same person, with a dry smile, I enjoyed the mysterious feeling. No, it's fine. What's up? Kei-chan, do you like sweets, like cakes or desserts? There was no way I hated them. I'm an unabashed glutton. That's great. Actually, there's a new dessert contest this summer. Looks like they were having a new dessert menu every season. Nice. So they were hiring taste testers of potential desserts. The desserts at Angel Mort have a good reputation. It's pretty difficult to get accepted as a taste tester. I'll get right to the point. Ta-da! You say ta-da, but I can't see you over the phone. Still, could it be? That's right. I have taste testing tickets right here. If you don't mind sweets, how about it? When you say how about it, you basically mean, with that ticket, I can eat all the new desserts I want. Oh! They say to be wary of honey pots, but this is the sweeter than any pot of honey. And you can eat and all you can eat the free dessert? No way. If you're okay with that, I'll register you as a taste tester. When you come to the restaurant tomorrow, just give the person in charge your name. Then everything will work out. When you say everything will work out, you mean all you can eat? For free? Yeah, it's free. There's quite a bit, so I recommend you come hungry. This was such a delectable opportunity, it was almost scary. This was really Shion, right? It wasn't me imposing on Shion in order to bait me into a trap, was it? What was I saying? You're the same person. Yeah. I know exactly what you're thinking, Kei-chan. You're thinking this is too good to be true, right? I mean, I would never... Snort. I heard from my sister, but you're really somebody who can't tell a lie. I'm not averse to somebody like that. Shion laughed with a voice that sounded a lot like how Mion would laugh. It's not like I'm intending on it, but it just so happens that my shift ends early tomorrow. If it's not a bother, I thought maybe we could spend a little time together after I'm done. Your shift ends tomorrow? Yeah. So while you're taking your time eating dessert, I'll finish up. Well, I didn't have any plans anyway. I don't mind hanging out with you for a bit. It's not like we have to go anywhere. I was thinking we could cool off in the evening while we take a walk. There was no reason for me to refuse. She's asking you out on a date, my dude. Out of courtesy, I might as well take her up on the offer. She's asking you out on a date! By the way, Kei-chan, you and I have been meeting up every day, haven't we? Not that you say it, I guess we have. Since you said okay, we have an excuse to meet again tomorrow. Huh? What was me saying? Kei-chan, your voice just cracked. What's the matter? Snicker. It wasn't a video phone, but she could tell I was being betrayed. Well then, you should definitely come tomorrow. I'll take my leave here. Good night. Good night! Shion finished with what she had called to say, ended the conversation with any chit-chat. When I returned to the living room after hanging up on the phone, TV was already off and my mom was sleeping on the rocking chair. Not feeling like turning the TV back on, I went upstairs and returned to my room. It's only been receiving favors from Shion, haven't I? She brought me bento, she saved me when I got involved with those thugs. She was supposed to be a different person. I could thank Mion at school. Come to think of it, she probably just say she'll pass it to her sister. I have to thank Shion directly. Tomorrow I have to repay her somehow. Is the chapter done? My voice hurts. I should have brought water with me. God damn, you have received a new tip. I'm going through the tip. Just why you arresting us? Bullshit, let go of me. Kuma-chan, you can let go of their arms now. Here, please sit down. The three people dropped their arms painfully. Katumi-kun and the others must have been squeezing them pretty tightly. Nah, don't get me wrong. I haven't arrested you or anything. Kuma-chan, go get me something cold for the fridge, please. Would you like a burley with foam or without? They punked down on the reception sofa, in the spot not yelling at me, they still had a dangerous expression. What I'd give to be young again. I'll drink even when you don't, you know. Excuse me for helping myself. Beer is the best when you drink it on the job. As he drowned the beer with glee, the three people exchanged glances, then finally reached out for the cans. They hadn't stopped being cautious. It was more likely they hadn't seen a reason to refuse. They each opened on the can and began to drink the contents. Where did you guys come from? You're not from around here. No, foo. They looked at each other again, suspicious of whether they should tell him. Are you all college students? Friends on a trip? You're probably trying on bikes or something. Sounds like fun. I wish I was having. You don't have to close. No, you don't live close by, do you? Where did you come from? Osaka, perhaps? What's the matter to you? Now, there's no use trying to intimidate me. You would have all been in a lot of trouble if I had left you there, right? They seemed to recall the thrilling event from earlier. While they could understand getting surrounded by students or gang or something along those lines, they would have never surrounded by locals, both young and old, men and women before. It was easy to imagine how scared they must have been. If you're from around here, the people of Hanimizawa wouldn't have done anything to you, no matter what you have done wrong. They're all special, not in the sense of parents not wanting to get involved in their children's fights. If one person gets bullied, the village will come out in full force. That's not just idle threat, you know. It couldn't have argued against that. They themselves have been surrounded. They've seen it with their own eyes. There was no doubt about it. Around these parts, if people of Hinamizawa give you a glare like that, you simply get demoned away, and no one will ever hear from you again. You'll suddenly disappear without a trace. Do you have any families that would get the police to search for you if you went missing? If not, then that's bad. You'll vanish, and that'll be the end of it. No foo. Even then, we got there soon enough that nothing happened. If it'd been late, things could have been taking a turn for the worse. It would have been focused into the elevators. This young man wouldn't be sitting on the couch right now. They might be lying on an autopsy table. No, well, probably not. Anyway, perhaps they'll be a little more cooperative if we found them as corpses. How did you all get to Okinomiya? By train? By bike? Bike. That's not good. They'll still proc there, aren't they? If you go to waltzing in to get them back, they really might gang up on you. Hell's that? We'll take them all. Calm down, calm down. Why are young people these days so quick with shouting? You don't want any more trouble, right? Tell me the bike license plate numbers. I'll bring them here for you. Kuma-chan, please borrow the loading truck we use for traffic disasters. Got it? It's fine. We'll get them through them ourselves. Do you really want to get surrounded again? The police might not be fast enough to save you this time. It's fine, ain't it? If we're surrounded, they gonna get knocked down. Hey, you three. You're drinking the barley with foam, right? Try turning your engines on. I'll arrest you on the spot for drunk driving. That's fucking dirty! Your tax dollars will be put to good use in bringing all your bikes back. Quit complaining and tell me the goddamn license plate numbers, you pieces of shit. The three were hesitant to tell me the numbers. They were mumbling something along the lines not trembling but them since they just brought the bikes. Well, that's what I thought, huh? Kuma-chan, go with the truck and bring the bikes back. Get the tough-looking red Yamaha and the one with the broken right tail light. And then the white one that had packing type struck to the seat. It's those ones. They belong to you, right? They didn't answer. Those must be the right ones. Oishi-san, the truck is here, so I'll get going. Yes, please do. Wait, Kuma-chan, hold on. One more thing. What's up? Look up the numbers. You don't want to bring the wrong ones back. The three people's faces changed color. They made themselves very easy to understand. Let's take it easy here until your bikes get back. The more beer, you know. We'll have some snacks too. Want to watch TV? There's probably nothing on though. Nah, thanks, we're leaving. Don't wanna hang here forever. You motherfuckers, you stole the bikes, didn't you? You son of a bitches. Suddenly there were 5 or 6 huge officers surrounding them. Their clearly overpowered sail nailed them to the sofa. What? What we do? Going on a trip by stealing motorcycles, huh? Students these days have too much time to their hands. I knew it! Motherfucker stole. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Just save. Yes, save. And I just want to thank everybody for being here. I have a YouTube, I have a Twitter. All can be found in the About Me section on Twitch. on my YouTube. I haven't been uploading lately. I'm waiting to like upload it in bulk. I usually do that now because it's hard to do this every day. So I'm gonna do it next Friday. Try to upload everything and have a blast doing it. Anyways, thank you everybody for being here, and bye bye.